wait just a few moments for some folks to hop on real quickly. Good evening, and welcome to my home. I'm going to move this contraption in just a moment so you can see everything that's going to be happening. I'm trying to find just a moment here so I can see. Okay, there we go. I want to welcome you into my home. Tonight is live is going to be titled Christmas at Home. My name is Pamela Anthony. I'm with Behind Time Farm and Garden, and I want to share with you a little budget-friendly centerpiece tonight. And but first of all, I hope that you all have something just settled in for the evening and ready. It'll take me probably about 35 to 45 minutes in order to get through this live. But right here, I just want to show real quickly, I'm going to have to move this in order to have the room. I hope that you're drinking something. I'm drinking eggnog, my favorite for the season. But I don't know if any of you all collect the old metal Christmas tree stands, but I have for years now. And I have quite a few more than what's here, but doesn't it make the most sweet Christmas tree? And actually, I know that it's metal and everything, and it's gonna rust, but I like to place mine outdoors during the Christmas season, and I actually leave it out for the birds. It makes these basins make wonderful bird feeders because unless the water, there's no drainage unless you drill holes in them. I do not have holes drilled in these, but I always like to put some seed underneath each one, and there's little ledges for the birds to perch on. And I have in the past years added a star or something here on top. But like I said, I do have several different others, but for the height here in my home, I only added these, and I added some fresh nandina foliage and some berries. Each one of these, except for this top Christmas tree stand, has little holes in each of the legs, and it's perfect for hanging the balls on, which is really nice for birds too, because it kind of reflects like a mirror, kind of the reflection where they can look into. But I love feeding the birds through the winter. Is there anyone else on here that loves feeding the birds? It is something that I know I have to budget in because it does get expensive if you have several bird feeders around. But that is my one enjoyment, is sitting, drinking my coffee, and watching the birds. But I want to get started real quickly here. I just want to let you know that apologize for last evening for my not coming on my normal time at 4. But yesterday was a little bit off. I wasn't really up to par, I guess you would say, and I wasn't prepared. I'll just be honest with you. I just did not have the energy, and I very seldom take a nap. But yesterday I took about a 20-minute nap, and then my husband had came in, and he's like, why don't we just go out for a light dinner and just go antiquing? Maybe we can find something, because we're always looking for the vintage ironstone and a few other things. But I know that many of you have read my post yesterday, it was yesterday evening late, about what happened. And we actually had went to our first restaurant initially, and we both agreed to get up and leave and go to the restaurant that we met the young lady. And it was truly, it was very much a God thing. And I just hope and pray that we made some type of impact on her life, that it will turn around. But anyway, I want to thank everyone for your prayers, for your comments. You know, we're all broken at some point in time in our lives, and we just, you know, to have someone there for you, and to know that the Lord is watching out for you really gives folks hope. So anyway, I'm gonna move on, and after we left the restaurant, we went junking and or antiquing, and look what my husband found. Of all things, and I knew that this was gonna be what I was gonna show, you know, he came with this little sweet little Christmas tree stand, and I was like, oh my goodness, you know, that goes with what I was to speak about. And so anyway, I just thought it made the perfect little topper to this, but we're actually going to use this stand right here, but I just wanted to show you what a wonderful Christmas tree shape that this makes. So I wish that, you know, anyone on here right now would share, like and share this live. That's how small businesses do get out, get exposure on social media. I would greatly appreciate it, and let me know that you're here. I know that this is not my normal time, and folks were counting on me yesterday evening, but if you don't catch the live, then do watch the replay. If anything, start collecting the old vintage Christmas tree stands. But I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to disassemble, because we're only going to use this one right here. And let me know if you all like eggnog. Am I the only one that likes eggnog? I'm going to go ahead and my Nandina berries. We're going to use this foliage in the piece that we're going to be working on. And these stands also, I have been known to plant in them. Beautiful succulent containers. And, you know, even bringing one inside and placing it on a tree, on a table, a centerpiece, and just putting a real tree is nice as well. And of course, we're working with Oasis again. And like I said, anyone that's on, please let me know that you're here, and let me know that you're enjoying what you're seeing. If you are, I would greatly appreciate it. Okay, now with the Oasis, I know I explained to you before that you are going to soak your Oasis in water. You're not going to submerge it. You're going to place it on top of the water and let it eventually fill up with water itself. That way you're giving more hydration to your plants or your fresh cuts. And I'm going to cut this enough to fit down into this base. And I may have to add, thank you, Dee Dee. You're so sweet. I know that I don't want to lose concentration, because I'm not used to looking at the iPad and seeing who's on. In the beginning, when I started doing these lives, it was all I would just answer after the live. So if I do miss you or don't call you out, it's not on purpose. Okay, I'm gonna have to cut these a little slim to get them down in there, and I'm gonna stack them. And once a few of the stems go down in the Oasis, it's going to stabilize. But as you can see here, I hope that you can see, I can't see, and I don't know if you can or not with the comments. Hello, Dolores. Thank you for joining. And And stay tuned because I do have some specials that I want to announce. And I have a few new things that is coming out tomorrow actually at the shop that I have been working on. But anyway, we've soaked our oasis. Now we've added our oasis to our vintage. These were around the 70s and some earlier. And like I said, if you do happen upon any, I'm just checking to make sure that we're going to actually be putting a candle in between, or in the middle here, in between these. And if you, even with a pillar candle, and these make wonderful entrance, like porch decor, and putting a large pillar candle or a string of lights. This one is not wanting to come out. Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and get started with our fresh greenery. And I do have a little surprise for you tonight on something that I do create quite often here in my drides. So that will be at the very end of once we some of our embellishments. And something I failed to mention the last time was when you're cutting your foliage, it's very important for it to get hydrated as much as possible. And it's better if you harvest your foliage a day before or evening before and let it set in buckets, and either take a hammer or something sharp and cut the edges or the ends, as you can see here, and split that open so more water can get up through there, and it will hydrate your foliage and keep it fresh, especially when you're working with fresh wreaths and swags and things, because it's not going to be in any oasis. So it's very important to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and start adding, just almost similar to the chicken feeder. This is, similar to that. We're taking another vintage piece. Isn't it amazing what you can do with these vintage pieces? If you're a pack rat like me or a hoarder, then you have plenty. I do, of course, I do happen to sell quite a bit too. But there's just sometimes pieces that you just can't possibly give up. And sometimes there's pieces that you regret giving up. But I'm going to go ahead and move this out of the way. And someone had asked earlier, I don't know if she's on or not, in a previous comment, a previous post, I just saw the comment real quickly and have not got to respond. She wanted to know how I got the candy canes to stand up in these apples. And I simply just tucked them down in the apples. The weight of the apples are holding the candy canes up. And then here's one of the rosemary wreaths that we made the other night when I think we made the candy or the cookies. And so that goes to show you that you can place them anywhere. And I'm just, as you can see, bringing in some of the base of the arrangement, which is the foliage. You're going to build that base, and I don't know if you can see right here, but I love my top. Oh my goodness. Well, actually my son approved of this one. The last live, he's like, Mom, please get my approval on your wardrobe first. So, and I cannot believe that he approved of this because it's vintage, snap button, hello, yeah, and but he approved of it. He's like, well, that's better than the last, but it's like a running joke. He's a jokester when it comes to when he's comfortable with you. So yeah, and I was pretty bold to. I was not even going to actually wear it, so yeah, I feel pretty bold wearing it. But anyway, I collect vintage clothing on top of other things. But anyway, so thank you for loving my top. But as you can look at this Christmas tree stand, don't take your foliage out past the feet of it. Now some of the sides might look like it is, but like when you're going around the feet of it, because it just, you know, you don't want to cover the vintage part, and the legs just give it some character. So, and when you're cutting, I had someone else ask, the cutters that you use, make sure that you invest, if you're going to do this, that you invest in something that's very high quality, because it's, you know, a very good investment, and you don't have to, because a lot of the cheaper ones will just continue to break and snap, dull. I just got mine sharpened. So these right here are Corona tools. And we're going to add a few more pieces of the white pine. There is one thing that I failed to get, and that was magnolia. So we're going to have to pretend that we have some pieces of magnolia in here, because that was, to me, a must. But okay, and then I'm going to come in with some cedar, which I'm missing the blueberries on the cedar this year. I don't know if it's that way in your area, but we're just not having any luck with berries. And normally they're just absolutely beautiful. Oh, thank you for liking my top. I may actually end up wearing it out in public. I guess this is about as public as you can get. But anyway. And now I'm adding, and remember we're always working in odd numbers. Not to say that you had to do that with the white pine because of it being the base. But when you're adding, you know, a little bit of, and not the cedar either, but when you're coming in, I'm just a little bit shorter. Jazzy, would you get Ella, please? Ella's over here trying to eat my berries. And the girls are waiting on dinner, which I almost have finished, but and I do have privet berries to go in this, so that will make up for the blueberries that would normally come on the cedar. And I know that this kind of looks a little strange on top here, these coming out, but I'm going to come back in with some white pines. I'm just trying to stabilize it a little bit so I can put my candle in the top. Oh yes. And if you haven't noticed at the shop, these are the sweetest candle holders, globes. They have little drop downs that go down in. I think there's actually 3 or 4 left in the shop. I have shipped those everywhere. They have probably been one of my favorites here in my own home. I hope that you'll be able to see this, and there'll be pictures to follow as well as a blog post. I'm so sorry for not getting the blog post up the very next morning. It was that evening, but it's been a busy season here. Now I'm taking some boxwood. Boxwood just gives the perfect dark green lush foliage. And I am truly making a mess. I forgot my trash can, but the girls, they're so good to help me clean up when they're here. And when I refer to the girls, I'm speaking of my great nieces. They're very, very, very precious to me. And when you're working with fresh, remember always recut your stems before you stick them into the oasis. Watching from Monticello, love your creations. Thank you. Dee Dee, where did you get cedar with berries? I always have berries on my cedar, and I do not know which. It's not my cedar. I'm foraging elsewhere. Okay, now I'm going to come in with some Nandina foliage. Look at this. Isn't this beautiful? And it has that dark tone to it. And look how it lays. Oh my goodness. And it just gives the right whimsical detail to the piece. And actually, if you did watch the chicken feeder arrangement that I did, you would not believe it's still fresh. And I mean, just still beautiful. It's amazing how, and of course I've kept the oasis wet. And starting, let me see here, well actually this coming Thursday, when I come back on, I'm debating on, and maybe y'all can help me out. Would you like a recipe? Or would you like another project for Christmas? Please let me know in the comments below on my live so I can prepare. I know that everybody's waiting for the old-fashioned brown sugar cake, and I'm trying to get a right time where I can catch most people on. And I'm definitely going to be doing that, but I'm going to have someone to actually help me with it and record, because there is so many steps in it. And I want you to see me in my kitchen. So I have a girl that helps me. She hasn't been here for several weeks, Madison. I need you to come and help me do that. Because like I said, I'm going to have to be moving and not standing in one spot to share that recipe. Now, I don't know if you can see this, but isn't that beautiful what piece it's making? And it has that flare out. The only height is going to be the candle when I get finished. But I cannot wait to show you what we're going to do with river birch. Not the logs, but the peeling that comes off the trees. I think I'm going to add just a few of these right up at the top here. That's going to be around the candle. Of course, we need to really keep this hydrated so the candle does not get real hot. Okay. Now remember, this is going to flare out when the candle is setting. You guys, you want to come and give me the grass over here, please? It's right there. The brown grass. Just right there. Now we've got the privet berries. And aren't these beautiful? And I foraged these off of a neighbor's property, which I didn't get permission. But when I saw them, I was like, oh my goodness, I've got to have some of these. Will you get the trash can too? we're only going to stick, there's a point, actually 4, I guess, sides to this. And that's where I'm sticking, but I'm going to go back in with some other embellishment. And there'll be complete pictures once it's finished, and I'll be doing a blog post. And I do appreciate everyone that's been coming to my blog. I'm gonna get back into that and really devote more time to it. And especially during the winter months, I'm excited for what the winter is going to bring. Let's add a few more of the privet berries. And you know, if you're really interested in having where you can forage, try to plant all these, the names that I'm telling you, like the privet berries, the nandinas, the heavenly bamboos, magnolias. Try to plant those on your property so you'll have that resource to go to when it comes Christmas. Now we're going to be adding some of the nandina berries, which is really going to make this just absolutely pop. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm foraging here. Lana, you are one talented lady. I'm sure you have lots of places to forage. And I'm so jealous of that. You're so talented. Yes, Lana has a booth at the mall here in town, and she is very talented in painting. She's very talented in repurposing furniture, you name it. Now, do you see the nandina berries? We've added 4. We're going to go ahead and, I don't even think we have a fit. Yes, we do. No, we don't. Yes, we do. I'm going to go ahead and add a 5th one here. Oh my goodness. Now let's see how the candle is going to nestle. Okay. Now we're going to come back with some magnolia pods. Now these magnolia pods are not going to actually be able to hit the oasis. That's fine because they're already dried. These magnolia pods here are probably at least 6 years old. I have boxes of them. So we're just going to tuck them in real tightly here. And it just gives a little bit of contrast. Now, do y'all see? Look at that, how it just flows over. It's just so natural looking. And if if you grow pampas grass, of course right now your pampas plums are looking like this, which are dried. Whoa. They're actually dried. So I'm going to add a few of those in here, just to give it a little bit of different color and kind of mingle it in with your greenery. Doesn't that look just, oh, I love the grass. I love it. Does anyone else like the grass or no? And it will last, oh my goodness. During the fall, of course, I used it in a lot of the bouquets. On the farm stand, it was like a dark brown. And now that it's dried into these beautiful, fluffy, airy plums, it is Yeah, we have a major mess in here. Miss Jazzy and Mia will help me clean it up. Won't you, Jasmine? Lena has plenty of pampas grass. Diane, yes, you need to find a vintage tree stand, not just one, many, to create you. If you didn't get to watch the first of the live, be sure that you see the vintage Christmas tree stand. Okay, we have 4 plums here. Let's go and get another one and place it right here. And you know, you can pick up one of these Christmas tree stands for a song. I mean, hardly anything. And create something like this and gift it for Christmas, or you know, a hostess gift, or oh my goodness, I would be very humbled to receive something like this. And I don't know if y'all can see this, what the shape that it's taking. And like I said, I'll take an overshot, some different views of it. Dried lime lights, everyone's favorite. I think I'm going to bring it in. These are very delicate right now, and these are my seconds. All the other ones have sold. So I wanted to grab several of these, and we're only going to do 3. Oh my goodness, you know, I debated on doing the lime lights, but oh my goodness, no, I'm loving it. Look at this. Do y'all like the lime lights in there? Please let me know. And I'm gonna wrap this up just a moment here. One of the things that I wanted to show you is I'm gonna have to put this this is river birch, the bark, and I've made flowers, rosettes. Can you see that? And I've wired the ends. I've only made this one, and then I'll show you real quickly on how I'm gonna do one. Let's put it, and make your wire long enough to where you can tuck it in. And when, you know, folks are sitting at your table, you know, it's a wonderful conversation piece. You know, what is that? You know, what is it made of? How did you make it? Because it's something that you don't see very often. Oh my goodness, I don't throw nothing away. So yeah, I just take the bark, and it's rolled anyway. It rolls off the tree. And then if you want to add a few little pieces, and you're going to take your wire and you're going to go around. And remember, one of the lives I told you, I can't remember, you're not going to twist the item, you're going to, or the wire, you're going to twist whatever you're wiring, just like if you're making a bow or what have you. And this one is a little bit more flared out, which it doesn't matter. There is nothing that's perfect. Everyone has their own style about things. So it doesn't really have to look like a flower if you don't want it to, or it doesn't have to look like a rosette. Just anything to give it some texture in there and give it a little bit of different, but it looks so beautiful with the grass. It just really complements it. And then I'm taking more, just rolling it up. So if you have anyone, Lana, do you have a river birch? I know, I love the lime lights in there. That's probably my favorite that I'm looking at. And I appreciate everyone joining me tonight. And if you don't care, please share this live. Like I said, that's how small business folks get out there in the social media world. It's a big world out there. Okay, now I'm gonna hold this up. Whoa. Can you see the little rosettes of the river birch? And look at the grass, how it just complements that. I think one of my legs just went up, or both of them. Well, I think the whole stand went up. But anyway, and I have some other things that I'm not gonna add because I'm liking it the way it is. Pine cones. You could add pine cones instead of the magnolia pods if you don't have access to the magnolia pods. Let's see. Oh, I forgot this. This is Twisted Willow. No, I don't think I'm going to go with the Twisted Willow, but you could add Twisted Willow ornaments. When I did the chicken feeder, I don't know if you remember, go back and watch the replay. I showed you how to wire the ornaments into your arrangement. Wouldn't that look beautiful? But I'm just, I don't know, I just love it the way it is. I'm really, and also the battery operated lights. Now we do have a candle to go in this, but look how nice. Oh my goodness. And then we nestle the candle. And there we go. Isn't that, and like I said, I will be taking some photos, you know, real close so you can see the arrangement up close, because I know that there is a distance between here, and I do have about 3 or 4 of these still left. This is just a colander that's open, and then this is a little insert that sits down in it. And if you're like me, I buy a lot of the pillar candles at the Dollar Tree, I think it is, and tapers, because I burn candles all winter long, especially in the dark evening. Oh, Connie, thank you. Thank you, Connie, so much. That is the exact look that I'm wanting, that I'm going after. Budget friendly and just such class and style. And you know, you can create this arrangement, every 2 arrangements. I couldn't even create another one that would look like this. So, you know, everyone could do it, and you can use whatever is accessible to you. I even thought about, I know that we're in Kentucky, but when I had the garden center years ago, I carried camellias. It was a camellia that was hardy to our zone, and they've bloomed several times, and probably not more. But anyway, I cut some of the camellia foliage, and they've got little buds on them, because I thought in place of the boxwood, wouldn't that be beautiful? Because it's just so lush and green. But anyway, but I just wanted to also remind you that tomorrow morning I'm coming on. I have something that I've been working on. I've already sold a few orders. So if you're into vintage campers, be looking for that post. These are all handmade, hand painted, hand cut, hand sketched, all that. And there is a limited supply. And also starting tomorrow, everything in the shop except for hand painted and any succulents or plants is all Christmas. I'm referring to all Christmas is 40% off. Starting tomorrow, anything on the farm stand, I don't know what is left. I haven't even checked my box. My little honor system box is half off. So if it says $10, it's $5. I know it's very limited up there, so if you're wanting to catch something, catch a good deal, stop by the farm stand and you know, treat yourself. I mean, who could not do without a $5 bouquet? There is, I know there's at least, I don't know, there may be several, I don't know, but whatever's up there and it has a price on it, it's half of that price. just leave the little price tag and drop your money in the metal box. Like I said, every Christmas wreaths, anything that's not hand painted or growing, like succulents, plants, because we have lots of gifts inside the shop right now for your succulent lover, plant lover, gardener on your list. You know, those are not on sale, but anything, you know, pertaining to Christmas, I have Christmas picks, all that's half off right now in the shop. And for you flannel folks, I'm desperately going to try to get lots of flannels done this week. I think we only may have like 3 or 4 left in the shop, maybe not even that. Those have been such a hit. And but anyway, I just want to thank you all for joining me tonight here in my home. And I'm looking at this, you know, to be able to take something, it's a budget friendly piece that anyone could do. And no matter what type of home you have, there was a season in my life that I said that I would be happy living in a cardboard box, because there is those broken seasons, I guess you would say, you know, to be able to have peace, that you would take that, you know, that route to a certain extent because of turmoil and hurt and pain. But no matter what type of home that you live in, dress it up a little bit for the Christmas season. Use something fresh. You know, most of this, you know, the aroma from it, just knowing that, you know, this is nature, this is God's bounty that He has blessed us with. He has given us so graciously, and He wants each and every one of us to use our talents to the utmost. And that's one reason why I started these lives, because I felt like that I wasn't giving enough. And I wanted to show more love and kindness in this world. And so I hope that you enjoy them. They're a blessing to me to be able to share this with you, and to share part of my heritage, my childhood, and to carry on my mother's legacy, because she would have adored this. She was all about gardening, nature, all that. But anyway, I want to thank you so much, and please comment and let me know if you would like a recipe or a project for this upcoming Thursday at 6 o'clock. That way I can go ahead and start preparing and you know, bless you with something that you can use through the Christmas season. You know, to create your house into a home that friends and family and neighbors can come together and enjoy the real reason for the season. And I just want to, like I said, thank you again for just being here, and for blessing me with your sweet words, your kindness, your love, your your gifts of friendship. I want to thank you so much, and I hope that you do share this and like it, and let me know what you all think and about the lives, and you know, like I said, let your friends and your family and your neighbors know about them. I would greatly appreciate it. And be sure to follow, like, and turn on your notifications of Behind Time Farm and Garden so you'll get all updates. And I'm compiling an email list right now. After the new year, I'll be writing newsletters. So go ahead and send me your email. You can private message me through my business page or email it to me, either or just, you know, if you have access to my text, to my phone number, what have you, to get your email address to me so you don't miss out on the newsletters come the first of the year. But thank you for joining me, and go find you all an old vintage Christmas stand, or you may have one in your shed or barn or what have you, and create something beautiful. Thank you for joining me, and have a blessed night.